Warning, this video contains heavy spoilers. If you have not seen the movie, I recommend you not watching until you have seen the movie. You have been warned. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am DJ, aka Token Black. Got you for the first time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So I went and saw Transformers Rise of the Beast, and I mentioned in my review there was a certain scene that I saw that I thought I saw something, and I want to watch a breakdown to see if it's something I actually saw or just kind of like kind of imagine in my head. Because at the ending of that movie, there's a twist, something revealed. And I want to see if I saw it, because that was a big clue towards the end of the movie. So hopefully this breakdown from New Rockstars will talk about what I'm thinking about. And I'll explain to you. I'll explain it right now. Because, okay, so at the end of the movie, there is a reveal that when Noah's looking for a job interview, that he's talking to the guy. And they already know about him and stuff. And they have this secret organization. And it's revealed, he hands them a card. And on the back of that card, it says G.I. Joe. So we know now that G.I. Joe and Transformers exist in this same universe. Now, in the beginning of the movie, when Noah first encounters Mirage and he's escaping from the police after stealing him, I believe I saw on one of the cop cars, it said G.I. Joe. I don't know if I'm just hallucinating because of the end, but I remember in that scene thinking, did that say G.I. Joe? So I'm curious to see what they have to say in this breakdown, if they acknowledge what I saw. But yeah, without further ado, let's watch New Rockstars and see what they have to say. Get my headphones on, see if I'm right, and I can catch these Easter eggs, on the first go around. So, but yeah, here we go.
Welcome back to New Rockstars.
We got a new host tonight,
Tommy B. Assembled all my thoughts
all right, Tommy.
roll out this breakdown of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. This is the second film of the franchise reboot, and it lays the ground for not only several new Transformer movies, but a Hasbro cinematic universe as well. So let's get into it. The film opens with a narration by Optimus Primal. In Beast Wars, the Maximals.
Who played his voice? Because his voice was really good.
Thus, Optimus Primal is named after the legendary Optimus Prime. It seems the Maximals in this film follow a similar origin story. Primal explains that he and the other Maximals use the Transwarp Key, a futuristic tech that
Prime already knows about Unicron.
Escape Unicron, who is devouring their home planet. Their leader, Ape Link, sacrifices himself so that the other Maximals can escape.
I don't remember Ape Link from the first one.
As Scourge annihilates Ape Link, we can see the emblems of his previous victims on his shoulder pad. On quick glance, I noticed the Predacons emblem and a Maximal emblem. Scourge adds Ape Link's emblem to his trophies. That bastard! Primal is the new leader, and we are on our way. We jump to 1994.
The Twin Towers in the background.
There's an ad for Stomp on the Taxi Cab, which began its run in New York in February of 1994, and it's time to meet our humans. The human element in these movies, I think, is always
9 years old.
I think the 2007 Transformers and Bumblebee movies handled it the best, but there are a lot of times I think the human storylines in these movies kind of sideline the Transformers.
Exactly, they get too much attention sometimes.
Besides that, the Transformers already behave like humans, complete with complex emotions and empathy. The G1 cartoon had human characters, but in the end, it was all about those Autobots.
It should be more focused on the robots. I agree.
And rant, because I really did like our two human protagonists. First, we meet Noah, played by
I didn't mind Noah.
Philip Hamilton Usnavi.
That's where I knew In the Heights. That's where I knew him from.
Dancing, but not in this movie.
I'm not a big fan of musicals, but I like that musical.
Oh boy, is this room decorated to remind us that it is the 90s. There is, of course, a Puerto Rican flag shouting out Noah's heritage, along with posters of the Wu-Tang, the female R&B trio SWV, B.I.G.'s Ready to Die album, along with the single for Big Papa. And a big poster of Nas pinned right above his desk. We see cassette tapes for De La Soul.
I will say the music in this movie is really good.
Letting us know that Noah was in the military. His full name is Noah Leon Diaz. He's got B.
But he must have fought in the first Gulf War.
So my mom's gonna like this movie. Hopefully God is on the side of the Autobots. Noah shows off his electronic skills by rigging a scrambler box to watch some cable for free. I may know where you can get those in Niagara Falls. And once it's working, we get a quick shot of the 1992 film Juice.
Tupac. I didn't even notice that.
It's here that we also establish the radio he uses to communicate with his younger brother Chris. They use code names Sonic and Tails from the Sonic the Hedgehog video game.
And then Mirage is called Knuckles later on in the movie.
1991. In the kitchen, the calendar on the wall lets us know that it is June 1994.
Also, summertime.
Specifically, there's a Game Boy on the table, and Noah is wearing a neon Air Jordan tank top that I used to rock.
I had one of those too.
Body. Chris is rocking a Power
Rangers,
which is also owned by Hasbro. The Power Rangers are now in the Hasbro portfolio, so it makes sense to see them here. Chris is suffering from sickle cell anemia anemia, and they're way behind on the medical bills. When Noah shows up for a job interview, we see a security guard watching the O.J. Simpson Bronco chase on TV. It appears to be live, which, if that is the case, that would make this day exactly June 17th, 1994. Whoa. It was a good day. After a failed job interview, Noah turns to his friend Reek, played by Toby Nwigwe, for some quick cash.
He's a rapper.
By the way, back to Noah in his newfound short-lived life of crime. He and Reek head to a
We're coming up to the scene where I want to know if I saw what I saw.
Noah manages to sneak into the garage and swipe a sick Porsche. The film's director, Stephen
was that a 911?
Magazine that choosing a silver and blue Porsche 911 Carrera for
it was 911.
was a direct nod to Michael Bay, who uses a black Porsche
in Bad Boys
in his film Bad Boys. Of course, Michael Bay directed a few Transformers movies you may have heard. And while those are a separate timeline from these films, it's a nice homage to the director who originally brought the Transformers into live action. Mirage's Porsche design is specifically a Porsche 911 Carrera RS 3.
I had that model car when I was a kid.
An exclusive model that only had 55 made in total. So yeah, stealing this car would be very,
I had a model of that when I was a kid.
Elena, played by Swarm's Dominique Fishback, is interning at a museum.
No offense to the young lady. You know, she's probably an amazing young lady, but I did not enjoy her character in the movie. Like, she's probably an amazing, actress and everything, but just her, I don't know if it was the writing for her or just her delivery. I did not enjoy her character. That's not saying anything bad about her as a person. I just did not enjoy her character, but that's a little note I want to add in here.
Which gives her access to ancient artifacts. Elena is an expert in authenticating artifacts, something her boss exploits for her own personal gain. See Elena identify an authentic Da Vinci
boss
sketch,
was
which is actually studies for the Trivulzio Monument, some sketches he made around 1508 for a statue that was never built. Along with the artifacts she's asked to identify is a curious falcon sculpture that she claims others have misidentified. Nobody wants to listen to the intern. She manages to sneak into a locked room after hours to get a closer look at the sculpture. She scans it and is able to trace it back to the
Incas. They have that technology in 94.
Notice the cave drawings to scan references. The people depicted in the drawings are not afraid of the animals, which I think are the Maximals. Rather, they appear to be listening to them. The drawings, I think, are Cheetor, Rhinox, Optimus Primal, but no Air Razor, indicating they've been separated for some time. While investigating, she accidentally uncovers what we will learn is the transwarp key, or at least half of it. The key begins to set off a beacon of light, which
I didn't realize it was half of it at that point.
Optimus Prime, not Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, big truck, okay? Meanwhile, back in the garage, Noah's having second thoughts about stealing a car, but his attempts at leaving are thwarted as the car comes to life upon hearing Optimus Prime's command to assemble. This is no Porsche, baby. This is Mirage, voiced by Pete Davidson.
I want to see this police scene.
He does an amazing job. He plays a great Autobot, reminded me of the 80s.
This is the scene that I think I saw G.I. Joe in one of the cars.
Lay off Pete Davidson in this movie, guys. He's a great Autobot. There's an awesome police chase that we saw in all the trailers. Mirage duplicates, and it also duplicates an image of Noah, which I do not think was included in the trailer. At one point, he flips the bird to the police. Not a smart move. Mirage evades the police and
they didn't talk about it. Damn it! I have to find that scene because I need to find out if I saw what I saw.
This isn't your mid-2000s Optimus Prime crying about protecting humans. This Optimus thinks humans stink. But there's that damn beacon, which leads to the transwarp key, and the Autobots gotta go get it before someone bad does. And since it's a museum, most Transformers don't fit into door frames, Mirage volunteers Noah to sneak in, which foreshadows the theme of humans being needed.
I don't necessarily believe in piracy, but I'm gonna have to get me a copy of this movie before because that's gonna bother me until I watch the movie again.
To get into small spaces, while the Transformers do the heavy.
Need to know what the cop car said.
Noah only agrees to help because Mirage shows him he can turn into any car and will let Noah sell him after he completes his mission, which is kind of effed up if you ask me. The Autobots aren't the only ones who notice the beacon has lit up. Scourge, Nightbird, and Battletrap make the most dramatic landing in the
How did no one in the military or anything saw all this happening? Those things are coming from space. We had radar or NORAD back in the day.
Took place in 1987. Scourge tells Optimus that Primus would be ashamed. Primus is the living creator god of the Transformer race, whose body became the planet Cybertron. Primus is also the twin brother of Unicron. Should have eaten him in the womb. After Air Razor saves the day, she and the surviving Autobots meet up and she explains that she is a Maximal, a warrior from both your past and future. This is again in reference to the time-bending nature of the Maximal's arrival on Earth. She also mentions Unicron, which causes Optimus Prime to react.
They were in the future, but they went in the past.
For a long time to all Autobots. She also reveals that the key that Scourge and Co. escaped with is only half of the key, and the other half is hidden away for safety. Elena has identified the location of the second part of the key, and the plan is set to travel down to Peru. Before they leave, Noah has to say goodbye to his little bro, but Mirage makes too much noise and Chris discovers it.
And no one else in the city saw that, and that neighborhood saw that.
Mirage balks at and points out that Noah's been inside him, potentially the most
that was funny
in a Transformers movie ever, but also probably foreshadowing what's to come in Act 3. First, we need to get to Peru. How are they getting there? Stratosphere, baby. Voiced by John DiMaggio, my favorite robot designed for
Bender.
Stratosphere was previously seen in the old films as a Lockheed C-130 Hercules, but in this movie, he's a sputtering old cargo plane. And we also get to see him in robot mode for the first time on film. Look at that adorable aviator hat. Stratosphere is big enough to fit the whole crew, and we land in Cusco, Peru, just in time for a giant festival. Also joining the gang in Peru is Wheeljack, this time voiced by Cristo Fernandez, aka Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso. Transforming is life. His exchange about racism with Noah is really funny.
That was funny.
Also kind of a thinker. The parade features a giant rhino and
that was a funny joke, I will say.
An ape in the background, and I can't help but wonder if this festival is actually a celebration of
I didn't realize that.
At least their legend. Optimus Primal introduces the Autobots to the
so why would it? Because apes don't live in South America.
Transwarp key for ages. Primal tells Prime that humans are more than meet the eye. A nice inverse of the usual slogan used to describe Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
Scourge connects the two sides of the Transwarp key, which creates a huge third-act portal machine inside a volcano. Unicron can finally begin his ascent to Earth. Side note, Coleman Domingo's voice as Unicron is incredible, and he's filling some pretty big shoes. A previous voice of Unicron was Orson Welles.
Oh, wow. Did I know that?
I'm Unicron.
I did not know that. Wow.
For the final battle and face off against Scourge, Mirage sacrifices.
I rewatched the original movie. That's been forever.
We learned that Noah's brother Chris has given Mirage the nickname Knuckles, a third
Sonic the
Hedgehog character who first appeared in Sonic 3. Surprisingly, Mirage is only mostly dead, and in a final act, transforms into an exosuit around Noah. We've seen the exosuits in the G1 cartoons. Noah seems no match for Scourge, but Prime has his back and also slides in that breakdancing pose. I love that Prime fights dirty here. Chuck some lava into Scourge's face.
You gotta do what you gotta do at that point. It's survival.
In the eyes of his opponent. Scourge begs Unicron for help, and he obliges by setting Scorponok, but it's too late. Prime cuts off his arms, tears off his head. In the process, the console where Elena needs to enter.
I did not like Elena character.
As is tradition, Optimus Prime offers to sacrifice himself by destroying the key. He
cliche.
And Unicron and all the surrounding Terracon tech is sucked back into the portal.
I was like, how did Noah not get sucked into?
Are saved by Optimus Primal, cementing the bond between Autobots, humans, and Maximals. Noah is reunited with his family back in New York, and he's back on the job hunt. He goes to another job interview at Slizza Imports, and this time the security guard is watching 60 Minutes, where we see Leslie Stahl interviewing Elena, who's being credited for discovering the hidden Incan village beneath the church in Peru. She's living her dream. During the interview, Noah is asked about his recent work in Peru, which he refuses to disclose. But this interview is more than meets the eye.
Meets the eye. Yeah, this is a big twist right here.
Has been up to in Peru, and who his big friends are. The man adjusts a Real Hero Award on the wall, which
makes
reveals
sense.
A secret facility where they're building a futuristic-looking jet that could be a Sky Striker. Noah discovers that this company is a front for the G.I. Joes. They want to join forces with the Autobots. Well,
this is interesting.
It looks like Hasbro is trying to launch a new cinematic universe, and I am here for it.
I want to see the new G.I.
As Agent Burke, which could be a reference to the character Matthew Burke, a James Bond-esque character who was featured in the G.I. Joe cartoon episode The Spy Who Rooked Me. The post-credit scene features Noah showing Reek what looks to be a Porsche rebuilt with scraps. The Porsche is, of course, Mirage. Reek is now aware of Transformers, and I think Noah maybe put the team together. Woo! What a ride. I definitely feel like the franchise is on a cool path, especially with the G.I. Joe crossover they teased. If you want more of us talking Transformers, we broke it down in the break room. The link to that is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the new break room channel. We've got great Secret Invasion content.
So that was a breakdown for New Rockstars and Rise of the Beast. Rise of the Beast. I'm kind of mad they didn't focus on more of the cop scene. I still think I saw what I saw. I think I saw G.I. Joe in one of those cop cars. I'm pretty 100% sure. And after seeing the end credit scene, I was like, I'm 99.9% sure I saw G.I. Joe in one of those cars. That's just me. But like I said, I enjoyed the movie. It's pretty cool that they're trying to start this new Hasbro cinematic universe, and I'll kind of see where they're gonna go with this. Hopefully, we get a reboot of G.I. Joe down the road. That'll be really cool. And see them working together. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, till next time, guys, let me know if you've seen the movie yet. What do you think? If some of the Easter eggs, what was your favorite part of the movie and everything? If you saw what I saw in the cop car, let me know, because I'm pretty sure I've got some conspiracy theories. I'm having my tinfoil hat on next time trying to figure it out and everything. But till next time, guys, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.